I wasn't supposed to hear it. I was standing in the hallway when I heard my daughter's voice. If we move now, we can transfer everything before she notices. Before she notices that my house, my savings, my authority. Then my son said something even colder. She won't even understand what she's signing. That was the moment something inside me became very still. They thought I was fading. They thought confusion had softened me. They thought memory was slipping through my fingers like sand. They were wrong. I wasn't forgetting. I was watching. This is Grandma True Stories, where silence isn't weakness. It's strategy. It didn't start with that conversation. It started with small, subtle corrections. Mom, that's not how it happened. Grandma, remember. They began finishing my sentences for me, speaking slow around me, as if I were a child. They'd exchange these quiet, knowing looks whenever I paused for just a second too long. It's a look that says, she's declining. But here's the thing, decline is loud and messy. Observation is quiet. And I was being very, very quiet. Soon, they started moving things around the house. A photo album would be on a different shelf. A set of keys would be missing from its hook. A framed picture on the wall, just slightly out of place. When I'd ask about it, my son would smile that patronizing smile and say, "See, you forgot again." But no, I didn't forget. I measured. Because when someone starts testing you, they reveal what they're preparing for. And my children were preparing to take control. Then came the appointments. So many appointments. Memory evaluations. Word recall tests. Counting backwards from 100. I played the part they expected me to play. I answered slowly. I paused for longer than I needed to. I even missed one or two words on purpose. It's a simple truth. When people believe you are weak, they relax. And when they relax, they stop hiding their true intentions. One night, I heard them whispering in the kitchen again. Low voices, thick with conspiracy. If we wait too long, it'll get messy. We need authority before something happens. Authority. That was the word that hung in the air. Not care, not concern. Authority. They weren't afraid of losing me. They were afraid of losing access. Access to my house. Access to my savings. Access to the decisions that were mine to make. The term power of attorney sounds so harmless, doesn't it? Almost helpful. But it isn't. Once that paper is signed, your voice becomes optional. Your signature becomes theirs. Your independence becomes nothing more than a memory. And they truly believed I was just days away from surrendering it all without a fight. What they didn't know, what they couldn't possibly imagine, was that I had already prepared for this, not emotionally, strategically. 5 years earlier, right after my husband passed away, I saw the future with a sudden, sharp clarity. I met with an attorney. I established a rock-solid trust. I layered protections and documented my medical competency with my own doctors. Because aging doesn't dull your instinct. It sharpens it. You learn to see the patterns. The Sunday they finally brought the documents was almost theatrical. They were so gentle, too gentle. My daughter put a hand on my shoulder. Just sign here, Mom, just sign here. A simple sentence that carries the weight of a lifetime. I picked up the pen. I let my hand tremble just slightly. I let my eyes wander around the room, as if confused. I could feel their relief wash over them. They thought I was slipping away. That was their biggest mistake. Then I set the pen down. Do you really think I don't understand this? I asked softly. Silence. A real, heavy silence. The kind that exposes every hidden intention. The air in the room went from relief to shock in a heartbeat. The very next morning, I made one phone call. By the afternoon, we were all seated in my attorney's office. He was calm, professional. She is fully competent, he stated, looking directly at my son and daughter. More silence. Her entire estate is protected under an active and irrevocable trust. The silence in the room was now deafening. There is no legal pathway for any transfer of assets or authority. I watched as their confidence just collapsed. It wasn't anger on their faces. It was exposure. My daughter looked at me, her voice barely a whisper. You planned this? No, I replied, my voice steady. I remembered every whisper I wasn't supposed to hear, every look they exchanged when they thought I wasn't watching, every staged act of concern that was really just a test. Aging doesn't erase your awareness. It strips away the illusions. They thought I was losing my memory, but what I was really gaining was clarity. They thought I was fading away, but I was actually becoming more precise, more focused than ever before. You see, the most dangerous thing about being underestimated is the time it gives you. It gives you time to observe, time to prepare, and time to protect yourself quietly and completely. They believed they were managing my decline. In truth, they were revealing themselves. They thought I was forgetting names, forgetting dates, forgetting who I used to be. But I remembered something far more important. I remembered who I am. And who I am is not someone you quietly remove from her own life. They thought I was forgetting, but I was remembering everything. And sometimes the gravest mistake you can ever make is mistaking silence for surrender. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more true stories.